Hi YouTube and happy Tuesday. It is the second snow day here in the DMV after yesterday, or as the government would put it, a situational telework day according to OPM. That said, I have some even more exciting news for you all. Yesterday, I managed to make the first successful cutout of the first page of the cardiac paper computer. I've talked about this in a number of previous videos, and I'd like to make these in large quantities just using laminated paper, but I like to cut it using that Silhouette Cameo CNC vinyl cutter I've talked about now in at least a couple previous videos as well. I was able to do this because I took the original PDFs that Johann von Konau developed, converted them from A4 or 8.26 by 11.6 inch size to US letter or 8.5 by 11 size, and then used the vector graphics tool Inkscape to pull out the corresponding cutting lines in the exact same orientation, spacing, and page size to send to the vinyl cutter and cut the proper locations on a letter size page as opposed to an A4 size page. So the first step I did was I printed to PDF the original PDF with the proper white space relative to the size of the page, a US letter copy of these individual cardiac pages. The first page with the instruction decoder, instruction register, accumulator test, and input. The memory on the second page and output. And then on the third page, the different sliders that go into that first decoder page and into the output on the second page. It's a three-page document, and I've been surprised with this printout, lamination, and cutout that just 20-pound printer paper laminated with 3 mil Scotch thermal laminating sheets feels pretty strong and robust relative to what I expected. I've also laminated some cardstock. I might try cutting that, but I've been pretty impressed with what I've gotten just with 3 mil laminated 20-pound printer paper, which is quite light. One advantage of this over the original cardiac is since it's laminated, you can use wet erase markers, and this is also a lot more durable than just printed paper. But anyway, I'll talk more about construction in a future video. In this video, I want to show you how I made a set of SVG cutting files corresponding to this PDF to send to InkCut, which I talked about briefly in the past. Combined Inkscape, vector graphics, and Python-based tool to control a CNC vinyl cutter and cut out SVG shapes on actual vinyl, paper, laminated paper, whatever material you have with one of those CNC vinyl die cutters. Okay, so as I said, my first step was to take Johann von Konau's original A4 PDFs, print these as US letter size, so conversion from 8.26 by 11.6 to 8.5 by 11, with the proper margins for these what would you call those, registration marks or something like that, in the upper left hand, upper right hand, and lower right hand corners. And then to pull out these cutting lines by themselves from all the other graphics that are reproduced from the original Bell Labs cardiac computer, just to use as an SVG file to control a vinyl cutter. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and open up Inkscape. I'll close the PDF here and open up Inkscape and just show you a couple things before I go ahead and import the PDF and create and edit the exported SVG. Okay, so right here we have a fresh blank page right after I opened up Inkscape. I'll go ahead and zoom out. And the first thing I want to show you is to make sure to click on this magnet icon on the top to toggle snapping on. This will set things up so that whatever shapes we create can be snapped to the edges of the page. And for the sake of ink cut, I need to create an extra box around the page to make sure that I have the correct spacing between the main cutting lines and the edges of the printed laminated page. I'll just show you here that we could say create a rectangle here and set the fill to be nothing, the stroke to be black, and you can see since snapping's on, it says handle the page corner. I can start at the upper left, go down to the lower right, and there you go. I now have a rectangle that is the size of the page, which I can also move around and snap back to the corners of the page. You can see corner to page corner there. I can also delete that and then create lines with this draw Bezier curves and straight lines function, and those also snap to the page corner now. And then I'll press enter just to finish that line. That's one for the left hand side and now one for the bottom, which turns out to be all I need in order to get the proper gap between the main cut lines and the edges of the page. And enter. And now I can save this as a test. I'll save that as snap line test.svg, and we should see that just in a regular graphics viewer now when I close this. Okay, so if I go snap line test, indeed we see one line on the left hand side and one on the bottom as we want in our SVG cutting file. Okay, so what I'll do now is open up that US letter size cardiac document with Inkscape. I'll just show you how I import that. I import all 3 pages, and as I just use the default settings that honestly that came with Inkscape. If anyone has a reason why I should use the external library, I'd really appreciate if you let me know in the comments down below. But for what I'm doing, I think an internal import's better, just because I'd rather have text kept as text as opposed to converted to glyphs with vector paths. That seems too complicated, but I don't really deeply know vector graphics, so if you'd recommend that I use a Poplar or Cairo import, I'm more than happy to change what I did. I didn't change precision of approximate gradient meshes. I left all this default, like I said. Replace PDF fonts by closest named installed fonts and embed images. This didn't seem to change anything when I imported it. Okay, so now that's imported. I'll save that as an SVG file. I'll call that youtube.svg. I'll save it again as a cutting file that will be further edited. And now I'll show you how you can group objects and hide them, so you can just take a single object and its sub-objects, keep it, and delete everything else on a page. We'll start with the first page here. I can collect I was thinking click and select. I can click to select everything, but that's not what I want. So I'll click again here a few more times, and then, oops, I don't want to do that. Just select those cutting lines and go ahead and right click, and you can see, right click and now you can see hide selected objects, and all of those cutting lines should disappear. I can select everything else, delete it. I just did Control A there. Unhide objects below cursor, and we see we just have the cutting lines in exactly the orientation and spacing relative to the size of the page that we want. I can now use Control S to save that and move on to the next page. I'll do the same thing, a few different clicks here to just get those cutting lines. I'll right click where you can see it and hide selected objects, and now we just have the graphics left behind. Control A, delete, unhide objects below cursor, and now we just have the second page's cutting lines. The third page is a little bit more difficult because I had to delete some of these bluish, greenish lines, triangles, and arrows just in this second slider. So watch for that when I try to select just for the cutting lines. Okay, that's everything on the page, not what we want. This should just hide the, oops, just hide the cutting lines, but it will not do that, as we'll see in a moment. Okay, let's get that elsewhere. Oops. Okay, so you won't be, because of where my camera is in the screen, you won't be able to see me hide. Oh, actually, you can't see that option in the menu that I brought up. Okay, and you can see also those blue lines disappeared. I'll delete everything else. Unhide objects below cursor. And now I need to go through and just select these individual lines and delete all of them, which will take some effort here. And there we go. Now we have 3 pages just with the cutting lines we want. Okay, so next I'll add in some lines just for reference on the left hand side and bottom of each page before I export each page separately. So what I'm going to do is go ahead to this Draw Bezier Curves and Straight Lines button on the left hand toolbar, and I'm also going to zoom out a bit. I can see the fill is nothing and stroke is black and a size of 1, so I think that should be fine. Our snapping is on, so I can snap the handle to the page corner there, go to the bottom, press enter. Again, lower left hand corner to lower right hand corner, press enter. Now on save that. Now on the second page, upper left to lower left, enter. Lower left to lower right, enter. And I can go on the third page, top left to bottom left, enter. Bottom left to bottom right, enter. And save this. And now I'll go File, Export, and we'll go ahead and export this not as a PNG but as a SVG. I'll put YouTube page, let me go to page 1, YouTube page 1.svg, export. Now page 2, YouTube page 2. There's probably a way to do this faster with a macro or with the command line, but I don't know how to do that. Export page 2, and then page 3. I'm really glad that I'm learning about Inkscape, as I plan to use it in a number of different future projects. I plan to make some sort of graphic art showing different landmarks in Montgomery County, and maybe, you know, false colored and translucent images of transit vehicles. So, you know, graphic design is something I'll have to get into further, and is also, you know, for my career, a great benefit. Okay, I'll go ahead and save that. Hopefully this all looks right. I have some copies that I prepared before recording this, just in case there are any problems. I'm going to go ahead and close this now. And now if we look at, you know, we were snap line test, we saw, you know, that left hand line and bottom line here. And indeed, we see exactly what we want in page 1, page 2, and page 3. So there you have it. That's how you can make SVG files for cutting that correspond exactly to a printed PDF for your cardiac computer. I will be uploading these SVG files and PDF to my website, mollerj.homelinuxserver.org. I think it is. I know it's no longer homeplex.org. I'll share that with everyone in the minimalist computing community. This should be really helpful for people. And I look forward to future videos showing how I use InkCut, how I cut the cardiac computer, how it's assembled, programmed, a whole, you know, longer video series about this wonderful teaching tool And with that, I wrap up this video. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from it. Please leave your thoughts, comments, suggestions, or questions in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe as always. Have a great rest of your week.